New cards from the Pokemon Card 151 set were recently revealed, including the first Kadabra card in over 20 years and a very unique Alakazam EX. This set will be special for a few reasons. The Pokemon Card 151 set will include all 151 original Pokemon, from Bulbasaur to Mew. Instead of the set order being sorted by type, the card numbers will be in Pokédex order. Up until late 2020, this set would have been impossible for the Pokemon Company to make due to legal issues with Kadabra. Uri Geller, an illusionist known for bending spoons, took legal action against Pokemon in 2002 for Kadabra's likeness to him. The Japanese name of Kadabra is Yungeru, an adaptation of Uri Geller. In late 2020, Geller contacted Pokemon, giving them permission to use Kadabra in the franchise again. Alakazam fans everywhere can rejoice. Now let's hope they made some cool cards for this evolution line. The brand new Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam are all illustrated by Mitsuhiro Arita, who was the artist for the first ever Abra card all the way back in base set. The new Abra from Pokemon Card 151 is an homage to the original, showing similar trees in the background and a similar cloudy horizon. The art of this Kadabra is epic, and I feel like they made sure of that for Kadabra's grand re-entrance. Aside from the illustration which highlights Kadabra's spoon-bending psychic abilities, this card has a decent attack which does 30 damage and switches with one of your benched Pokemon. Of course, the most important part is Alakazam EX. This 310 HP psychic Pokemon has 2 attacks. The first attack is Mind Jack, which is an attack we've seen several times in the past. For 2 colorless energy, this attack does 90 damage plus 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So with a double turbo energy attached, this attack maxes out at 220 or 240 damage without double turbo. Mind Jack is a solid attack and is on par with the damage output we have seen from most Stage 2 EX Pokemon so far. The second attack, Dimensional Manipulation, is ridiculously cool and something the Pokemon trading card game has never done before. Dimensional Manipulation costs 2 psychic energy, does 120 damage, and reads, "This Pokemon can use this attack even when it is on the bench." Not to say that this is game-breaking in any way, but it is such interesting and unique design to choose for Alakazam. I imagine that Alakazam's psychic powers allow it to transcend needing to be in the active position, and it manipulates the dimensions from the bench. This is really awesome, but what gameplay applications could it have? Pokemon TCG players will typically refer to some Pokemon as walls, like Miltank, which can't be hit by certain Pokemon, Lily's Pokédoll, which doesn't give your opponent a prize card when it's knocked out, or Wailord cards, which have way too much HP. These Pokemon are great at being left in the active position to soak up your opponent's attacks while you prepare your bench or enact other strategies. There are even some new cards that fall into this category, like the recently revealed Mimikyu that cannot be hit by EX or V Pokemon, and Klefki from Scarlet and Violet, which admittedly isn't much of a wall, but it can shut down your opponent's deck simply by sitting in the active position. I posit we could see decks built around Alakazam EX and these walling strategies, so that Alakazam EX can sit on the bench and attack, while you have an annoying Pokemon sit in the active, daring your opponent to choose something to deal with first. The card designers went all in on this potential strategy by giving Kadabra a strafe attack, which does damage and then switches itself to the bench. I'm really excited for Alakazam EX, but there were some more cards revealed from this set too. The Pokemon TCG is something I'm incredibly passionate about, and that's why I've partnered with Into the AM, an apparel company with passion and creativity at the forefront. They have a wide selection of shirts with awesome designs that push the ceiling of what to expect from a graphic tee. If you enjoy my content and you like getting compliments on what you're wearing, you can save 10% on your Into the AM orders and directly support my channel while upgrading your wardrobe. If you enjoy playing the Pokemon trading card game, you'll want to keep your cards safe in your favorite colored sleeves. Use my affiliate links in the description down below to check out Dragon Shield sleeves and directly support my channel. Building decks with new Scarlet and Violet cards? You can use PokemonCard.io to build your decks and share your ideas with the community. And if you need more cards, you can always buy code cards at PoTownStore.com using code CELIO for 5% off. Now let's get back to the new Pokemon Card 151 set reveal. Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu cards were all revealed, and PokeBeach pointed out that their illustrations seem to all be inspired by their base set counterparts, just like Abra. 2 new trainer cards were also revealed, Safety Goggles and Giovanni's Charisma. Safety Goggles is a Pokemon tool that reads, "The basic Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness." Unfortunately, I don't think this card will be as good as it may sound, since it can only be attached to basic Pokemon. This could have been a huge deal for some Stage 1 and Stage 2 EX Pokemon along the way that have weaknesses that hold them back in the metagame, but I'm not sure I can say the same for basic Pokemon right now. Giovanni's Charisma is a supporter card that puts an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand, and then you may attach an energy from your hand to your active Pokemon. I think this card has a lot of potential, and it could be a really cool comeback card when your opponent is ahead on energy attachments and you need a way to even it out. Even if this card doesn't end up being good, it's nice to see that they are at least trying to add more cool strategies and effects back into the game. Lastly, we have Mew EX. Mew EX has the ability Restart, which allows you to draw until you have 3 cards in your hand once a turn. We know this ability is good because it's identical to Aranguru's Instruct ability from Sun and Moon. Mew EX also has a cool attack, Genome Hack. For 3 colorless energy, the attack reads, choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. I love the design choices for this attack since it relies on your opponent to have a strong Pokemon for you to copy. This is very different from Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX back in the day, which allowed you to build your deck around the strongest attacks for your Mewtwo and Mew to copy. Now with this Mew, you only have good attacks if your opponent has good attacks, so it feels incredibly fair to me. The Pokemon Card 151 set will release in Japan on June 16th, and there is no English release date as of yet. Look forward to seeing the rest of the cards from this set sometime soon, and I can't wait to see the other cool designs they're cooking up for this Generation 1 tribute set. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel for more Pokemon trading card game content. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.